Hey, we are back. Queens Talking Reality. I am Elisa,
Farah.
and we are here to discuss, like I said, Married to Medicine, the episodes thus far, the new additions, all the shenanigans. Let's jump right into it, and thank you for joining us.
Yep. Let's go right into episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, so Contessa and Anila, they're gone. I didn't even
Good.
realize Contessa was. I didn't even realize they were gone. To be honest.
Good. I'm happy. They were boring. I'm happy they're gone. Moving right along.
To how did it start with episode favorite
One.
store?
Phaedra. Phaedra. Um, I think Phaedra is too much for Married to Medicine. She's not Married to Medicine type. I think one, they're not showing the man she married to. Not even married, engaged to. Who's a medical? I think he's a heart surgeon, whatever he is. Where is the man? So I
Honestly,
honestly don't think she's dating anyone in the medical field. I think they're just saying that just to have her on the show.
me too. I was just getting ready to say the same thing. That I just think they just finding a way to fit her in because I think Phaedra brings a lot to to Atlanta when she was on there. Everybody misses her. I think Atlanta's turning into a flop, and they just want to do something to with Phaedra, and it's not going to be Atlanta because of Candy does not want her on there. So they like, we got to do something because we don't want to get rid of Candy because that's a conflict. So let's just stick her up Married to Medicine. She looked like she knows Quad. They get along. Let's stick her there, act like she's seeing a doctor when she probably just dated one. They covering up his face. What is the point of even like just it just seemed like such a fake storyline to stick her in.
Yeah, because I was actually interested in seeing the doctor she's dating. So not with if Phaedra, she should have just been a friend of Heavenly or Quad and not really made her seem like Married to Medicine type. I think that's what they should have just done. But that because where's the relationship part of Phaedra?
But
Where's
I think
that?
because
We're
they
not
had
seeing
to
that.
add her, like they had to back up the Brinks truck, get that big check ready for Phaedra, so they can't have her as a friend. They're not paying. Phaedra's not going to take friend pay. They need to give her the main role as a Married to Medicine girl and give her what everybody else is getting paid, probably more than all of them. She probably getting paid
Well,
the most.
for her, is dating to medicine because she ain't even married. So, like, when people
Yeah.
already show Quad, there was a whole big discussion whether Quad should be on there or not. She's not married to medicine, but I mean, we need Quad. She brings the drama. She brings his tea. But again, Phaedra could have been just like Quad. Quad ain't got a man that's married to that's in medicine or anything else. So they should
Yeah,
have just
but
brought in
no,
Phaedra.
it's different. She started out married to
She ain't
medicine,
married now. She's single.
but they still got to keep her.
That's
And then,
single.
especially now that Sweet Tea is on there.
So let's jump in right into it. What do you think of Sweet Tea?
I mean, we all saw it. She is definitely in it. Imagine going, first of all, the way she met him, she slid into his DMs. Imagine that it's like one of us could just slide into, if we was really that thirst bucketish, just slide into a man's DM like Dr. Greg and he just flew her out and then now they getting married like and I mean not to say like she's not like somehow high profile like the regular light skinned looking chick exotic chick like she's a regular chick that he is basically not even getting a prenup like she definitely got her a good one.
Well, one, I'd say kudos to her for sliding in somebody's DM and not to discriminate, but he's in Atlanta. He's into like body, and they saying she's booty. What did Phaedra call her?
Pancake
Booty and
booty.
some, huh? Pancake
The
booty.
pancake.
She's a regular girl. She's not the Atlanta type looking chick or anything else. So I was kind of like, damn, one of us gonna slide into the DM and just turn him out one night, and that was it. But then look at Dr. G. He looks like you don't have to do that much to get him. To me, that's what it looks like. He's one of those guys you just do a little 1, 2, 3 things that maybe Quad wasn't doing, and it'll blow his mind. So I was just happy in a way that she didn't fall into, like you said, the light skin, the long hair, the big butt, the small waist. that she looks like a regular chick, but she slid into his DM, went and met him, did whatever she had to do with that mouth and everything else. And now she
Mm-hmm.
got a husband. She's on the show. She's able to market herself. Kudos to her.
And he don't got a prenup. Like Heavenly made some great points.
That's the thing. You don't have a prenup. You sure about that? Because then I know the man ain't that
No,
dumb.
they do not. They said it. They do not have a
Sorry.
prenup. And like first of all, Dr.
You
G, he's almost 60 years old.
look good.
He
Now, I'm
does,
not gonna
right?
lie.
She's
60?
32. He's almost 60. He's 58 years old.
Oh, then I have to take that back. You look good.
He
You look good
does.
for that age.
He
I think
does.
it's all.
And like, listen, Sweet Tea got it good because first of all, she's in her 30s. And not only is she on the show, she slid into his DM, got him so easy. She put the little baby emoji. I really think he's lonely. He's the married type of person. He wants to be with somebody. He wants to be married. He wants a lifetime partner. He wants all that stuff that comes with marriage. I get it. And he wants a family. She knew
Mhm,
exactly what to say in his DM
mhm.
that got her flued out. And now he's much older. Like Heavenly said, not only did she, like you said, she got a platform to promote some businesses. She got a doctor. He's way older than her. You take out a life insurance on him. She's 30 years old. He's definitely, hopefully he live a long time, but he's 60, she's 30. She's doing what's right as far as business is concerned, because I think that's all she's about. I don't think she's in it for love. She might grow to love him now, but I don't think that was her intentions.
And she might be another quad. He might break up with her. She's still on that show. People like her. She's getting more followers. It's a good business venture, and hopefully she has a kid, and that there she goes over her child support and everything else. He doesn't have a prenup. Surprise.
That's what they said. They were asking, I think she was on some show or something. And I know at the beginning she said that they were talking about it, but now that they're married, she said they don't. But I gotta
Smart chick.
research that. From what I heard, they do not have a prenup. I think they said it at BravoCon, something like that. It came up that there's no prenup.
Smart woman. Good for her. But her personality, she's not a quad. And let's be honest, quad wasn't quad when she first started out. She needed work. Now she has the makeup, the tweaks in her face, the body. When she first came on screen, it wasn't, it's not how she is now either. So we're gonna see a step up of Sweet Tea soon.
And would
With
you,
better
if
ways.
if you were dating someone and you were a fiance or whatever, and y'all were going to move in with each other, would you move into the home that his ex-girlfriend once lived in with him? Would you have a problem with that?
In her situation, no, I would not. If I know, look, I'm with myself 3 years from now, and I'm out. And it seems like she redecorated and did her own thing. It seems like Dr. G is very controlling, things like that. In her situation, I probably would move in. Yeah, I wouldn't care. But we would have to get a new bed, a new bedroom set. If it's a beautiful house, it depends on the breakup, which was public. And is he gonna have memories of her all over the house and expecting me to be her? I don't know. I think with me is once I walk in the aura, do I feel her presence all over? If he looking like, oh yeah, this is where me and Quad ate dinner. Oh yeah, we used to have sex near the fireplace. I have to fill it out first. But definitely a new
Hmm.
bedroom set. There might be certain things I want to change. I would change, but I would have to see when I walk in there how
I
I
would
feel.
probably do it. I think right now with the market, with the housing market and
Yeah,
how expensive it is right now to get a house, the insurance rate are at an all-time high. I think as far as business is concerned, I would suck it up for now, but I would let him
yeah,
know, listen, once we sell his house or whatever we got to do, put some tenants in here, we move out, we get a home, like we would need to discuss it. And I would just have to suck it up for a while as far as business is concerned. And then he owed me
yeah.
one once after we get done with this and move into a new place. Definitely, this would not be long term.
Agree. So moving right along, what else, Doctor Heavenly? Not much going on for anybody else, and also nothing else really going on.
Yeah, it was.
Sweet
I,
Tea and Phaedra, Dr. Jackie. She's the doctor for the brat. Nothing. Toya has a new business.
Mm-hmm.
Toya Wine Club. I mean, I think
Joanne
she's doing
Brennan
just.
says, no way would I move in a house his ex lived in. Her energy, aura, and spirit is still floating around. Start fresh.
Oh
No
my God! I mean,
business.
unless she's dead, the spirit. And
Even if she is alive, dead. Listen, with this market out here, with these houses, I am not. I need to preserve all the money that's coming to me because he got the bag, he got the money coming in. I'm not. We're not moving nowhere with this housing market, with this volatile housing market.
like
Mm-mm.
I said, it depends on the situation. Now, the woman was dead. They were in love, and he's a widow, and she was died in the house. Something. I'm not moving in there. It depends on the situation for me to know if I can move in there. And if it's a beautiful house, hell yeah, I'm moving in. Just we got to change certain things in that house, like the bedroom, maybe the couch. Certain things I was have to change to where I'm like they probably did certain things on there. But
Hmm.
other than that, I would be okay. The bathroom
Yeah.
seat, let me change the bathroom seat. Like certain things I would change.
Yeah.
Maybe change the closet up a little. Like I probably would still move in unless, it's circumstance.
Hmm. And what's her name? What was I gonna say? Heavenly introduced a new friend.
She didn't seem important. The woman didn't say much.
I think that's kind of like I feel like when they introduce these new women, that it's kind of like a test run. Like it's almost like,
Well, she's failing now. If that's a test one, girl, you getting a big F. Because I don't remember her name. I don't remember anything she did. I don't remember anything she wore. I hardly remember how she looked like. So she's getting an F. Goodbye.
yeah.
She's not gonna go far. Well, Sweetie has a sister who's a twin. So on social media, and at first, a lot of people say she looks kind of like Toya. I see some similarities, but Toya I think looks better than she does. But I see some similarities in the looks.
Hmm. Those gums, definitely. I think it's the gums
Her
that,
smile,
yeah, I think it looks like she looks like Toya is now what 10 season into Housewives now. I mean, Married to Medicine now. So I just think you got to give um Sweet Tea some
Sweetie,
time. Once we
correct.
give her a couple of seasons, just like the rest of these women who looked a hot mess when they first started, we just got to give her time to get through her awkward stage. When that money start rolling in and it becomes consistent, she is
Yeah,
going to revamp
get a
herself.
glam squad, get her body done. Cause I know for sure that quad was not built like that before. Rumor is she
Exactly.
had some work done. So I think, yeah, we have to give some time to see her fix herself up better than how she
Hmm.
looks now. I mean, that was it. She stressed out about the wedding planning. She had episode 3. She had dinner with Phaedra and mentioned that Dr. G's controlling, and he'll make comments like, "Oh, I'm the one that's paying for the house." I mean, right now it seems like this marriage is gonna basically end in divorce, like Quad. Dr. G. I mean, hearing it when I saw that you saw see the relationship between Dr. G and Quad, I have to be honest. A party was like, well, Quad is the issue. Why don't you give this man a baby? You married him. Why you don't have a baby? Hey, due process. Welcome back. She looks like okay. But I now realize that maybe Quad wasn't entirely the issue. Dr. G got issues himself with the control and everything else.
I think he does too, but I just think when when you're the breadwinner and you are funding everything, I just think automatic, like I just think that's what it is. And even when they showed clips of Dr. G saying to Quad, like I like basically he made her come up. Like he's the one who funded everything, her whole lifestyle, everything. So I just feel like when you come into a marriage and you have nothing, you don't have a career, your everything is solely based on his career and his income. Yeah, he is going to be controlling. You have no say, and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I totally agree. Dupont says that Sweetie looks like Toy and Goldie from Flavor of Love. That is a good combination of. I remember Goldie from Flavor of Love. So good
Hmm.
point. What else? I mean, they
And
showed
then
Toya.
what do you I think Toya still has beef with Quad because she did bring up Quad's. She asked Phaedra, like, are you handling Quad's DUI?
That's true, but from what I gathered, Quad doesn't really have a DUI.
I think she could have. I think she got charged with a DUI. She hired some attorneys, paid some people off because it looks like she got stopped and she refused the sobriety test. And that's automatic. I don't know how she got it thrown out because usually when you refuse a sobriety test, that's an automatic suspension of your license. So she said her license is still intact and it got thrown out of court. So she paid off somebody.
Mm. So another thing they were saying on social media that Phaedra was body shaming Sweet Tea because she called her butt challenge, and Toya also because Toya said she needs a girdle when she tried on her wedding dress.
Yeah, they
I
were
think it was
hard
being
on her.
honest. Hmm?
No, but you can't say it like that. It's still hurtful. And what's her name did say, like, you could tell she was hurt by it because that's why she started to kind of like go into a shell and have like a little chip on her shoulder after that. Like they were kind of, she's trying on dresses and you gonna make comments about there's a way you can say it. Your delivery means a lot. You can't just say you got a flat butt. It's like shaped like a pancake. You need a girdle.
Yeah. Mind you, Phaedra's probably putting butt shots in there.
Yeah.
Well, let's be. I mean, again, here they're gonna say I'm body shaming. Let's just say she doesn't have the most flattering shape. Let's be honest.
She doesn't, but say if you don't have a flattering shape. Yeah, but if you don't have a flattering shape, I'd be like, girl, you can get, they got them compression jeans now or whatever they are, and they fluff up your butt. They, make them like.
Have said nothing.
I would have said if it was really something that I'm trying to improve on her look and she's asking my opinion, and I do think her butt looks flat in the wedding dress, and I think that there is potential to make her look like, like men desire, I would give her my opinion. I'd be like, listen, that dress would it looked nice, but it would look even better if you put on like a little girdle, because some of the girdles got a little padding in it. So I would say something like that. Like, your butt's not as big as mine, girl. Like, I always put myself, you got to kind of play on yourself. Like, girl, your butt is not big as mine. My butt is so big. And but even though my butt is big and juicy, I wouldn't say all of that. I would say, girl, I know, my butt is huge. So, being that my butt is huge, you could probably, you got a little potential here where you can make it like nice and perfect, girl, by putting on a girdle with some pads. See, I know how to do it.
Sweet Tea, I commend her. She's not falling into this Atlanta, if you girl look the same, fake butt, this and that, that's eventually going to touch their knees. And Dr. G picked her out of hundreds of women that was in the gym. I know he had some stripper-like woman going into his DM. He ended up picking her. And we'll get to the stripping part after. Mm-hmm. I just think that if I was her friend, I wouldn't say nothing until she said, because it didn't seem like she was really asking them, do my butt look this? I think they were body shaming. I think I'd be like, oh, you look nice. In my mind, I'd be like, Lord, that girl's girl. Ugh. I would have said anything.
See, that's not being a real friend. No. You're not being a real friend. If I got potential,
I wouldn't want to hurt her feelings. I would have been, well, if you think you look good with that, I'd be like, you really like that dress?
No, if it's I'm gonna bring you to the full potential that I can see. If I see you got potential and you got a flat behind, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna say, like, you could fluff it up. I don't want her coming out here looking like that. Dr. G and most men, they like a big ass and some big breasts. So I would let her know the potential and what she could do to improve on it. I don't want to come going out there with a pancake ass.
Yeah, but he knows she got pancake ass and he married her. So if she put a fake behind the day of the wedding, lies.
No, but you listen, even though your man may know your flaws or whatever, but if you come out that bedroom and you looking like, and he's so used to like seeing you one way, and then you come out looking like a movie star and you got the, all that, junk in your trunk and you fluffing it up and you got some nice jeans on where it's like he's gonna be like, oh wow, like it's gonna amaze him. Okay.
Until you take it off and it goes back to pancakes.
Doesn't matter. It's all about illusion. These men don't care if you got injections, a whole head hair full of weave. They don't care. They say that. They always try to have jokes. They make you feel down. But at the end of the day, that's who they end up picking, is the one with the big fake ass, fake breasts, weave down to their ankles. That's what they
Exactly.
love. That's what they
Fake
desire.
body parts that stuck there, not ones you could remove.
Mm,
There's a difference. The ones that Sweet Tea would put on who has to be removed.
yeah.
I can't read. What is due process says? I'm using my phone.
She
It's
said
right.
Quad was some type of pharmaceutical rep when she met Dr. G. That's decent
Mm.
money if you put forth effort. She also has a degree in biology. I found that out by watching Sister Circle.
Oh, I didn't know she had a degree in biology. Go Quad. I mean, Sweet Tea is doing something too. She has a job from working from home.
Yes, that's what they said on Dr. Heavenly's podcast, that she does have a job. She does something with like corporate, like working remote. Like she can work anywhere in the world, like remote. But I do think that is probably decent money to make on their own. But are they living the lifestyle that Dr. G could afford them? I don't think so.
Definitely not. She might be in the 100, 6-figure salary, but not what he's making. So, I mean, after what else was going on?
We
Let's
all
just
got
get to
careers,
the
but I mean, I can be upgraded. I got a career, I got money, but would I like to be upgraded if I meet somebody that's like making 3, 4 times my salary? Yes, and no
salary.
prenup, and you
True.
older. You almost not in his grave, but I mean,
You most likely might outlive that individual.
that's what the white
Hopefully.
people do. They stay taking out life insurances on each other and getting that generational
True.
wealth going.
That's true. Black people, you know how we are when it comes to life insurance. I ain't paying for that.
And then you die
So,
poor,
exactly.
having to do a GoFundMe.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. The bachelorette and bachelor party. Now, the bachelorette party was uh, okay for bachelorette being, pampered by those men. Okay, nothing where I felt like the husbands would be, oh, he did this to you, Quad showed up, which I thought was weird and inappropriate. Toya checked her right away. I think I'm not a fan of Toya, but I think at that moment she did what was inappropriate. Like, bye bye, Quad. Why?
Absolutely.
I mean, she doesn't like Quad, but I also felt, I think her trying to be friends with Sweetie is because of Quad and trying to turn Sweetie against Quad. But at that point, if I didn't know the back history, I'd be like, oh, she's standing up for her friend Sweetie. But I think it was to get back at Quad. But overall, she did the right thing. Quad, why are you there? Quad kind of looks stupid.
I feel
Showing
like
up.
I think that it was production that kind of enforced that and kind of like put her up to that. And I think I would have been more so upset with Phaedra. If I was to be upset, I would be more upset with Phaedra. Like, first of all, why would you invite Quad? Not only did you invite her, you didn't even tell me. She just walked in on the scene. And listen, a part of me, I feel like if it was a regular, like if it was just me, somebody who's not on TV, like I would be livid at Phaedra more so than Quad. Because you didn't even tell me, and you're at my bachelorette party, and you didn't even tell me that you invited a +1, and not only a +1, but like it's even a double whammy when it's the ex-wife of my fiance. So I just think on that end, if it wasn't TV, but I feel like on the flip side of that, this is production. Y'all want this money train to keep coming in with the show. You want to create some big dramatic scene. So if I were Quad, I would roll up in there. Like, listen, this is what I'm getting paid for. They probably got paid her more money because of Sweet Tea and Dr. Greg being on the show, and they wanted to keep Quad there. So I'm gonna give them what they want, and I'm gonna give the audience what they want and what they looking for. I'm gonna roll up in there like Quad did, looking all good, like, hey, what's up? Hey girl, I'll probably sit next to her. She did what needed to be done.
She did. Brought her gift. She did. I love Quad. I
What?
mean, she's one of my favorites. She did look good. Sat right next to her. I'm not worried about your relationship with my ex. I don't want him. I don't need him. Don't worry about it. Here's a beautiful gift. Love, love, love her entrance.
Me
Oh, the due
too.
process definitely production. Yep.
And I love the way Toya said, like, Toya stood her ground too. So that even created more of like some drama that was needed. And I believe that Toya was right. And it was kind of like, I think Sweet Tea was kind of like stuck in her ass a little bit. when it came to quad, because there's no way I'd be like, come on, girl, sit next to me. Come on. Like, I would take the gift and I'd be like, thank you, but why are you here? Like, but I do, it's
Yeah,
like I would still be nice to her, but there's no sit next to me and all hugging. No. I think she was
yeah,
being overly nice and she probably felt intimidated. And I think like all the ladies was so happy to see her. That was another awkward moment. This is my day and all the attention is now on her and y'all asking why she's not been around and all this other stuff. No, ladies, this is my day. And Toya did what was right, what needed to be done. Like, get her up out of here and let's resume the attention toward the Bachelorette.
I agree. I think Toya did the right thing. Also think Sweet Tea welcomed Quad to kind of hide her insecurity in a way. Like if she
Yeah.
really come act like, oh, I don't want you there, it was just inappropriate. So I want to get to the juicy stuff. The men's bachelor party.
Was it juicy? I thought it was regular. Well, that's what men do. They wasn't in the bathroom getting their meat sucked or off or whatever.
Dr. G was very inappropriate. He did way too much.
What
He
did he do?
invited us
He wasn't. Was he in the bathroom with any of them in the bathroom stall?
touching, loving. I'm gonna bring my pants and dance late. Not only that, invite her to the wedding. You invited one of the strippers to the wedding. That's too
He
much.
was drunk. He ain't inviting no stripper to. He was
Yes, he
drunk.
did. He said, "Oh, you want to come to my wedding?
But he
Drunk or
was.
not? That's too
Listen, do
much."
you really think he inviting some strippers? He was drunk.
Well, for me, that's just me. If I was getting married, my husband, if the fiance was doing a bachelor party, I wouldn't want to see him do all that. I wouldn't want him to be on TV,
I want to
do
take
all
that
that.
seriously. I would not take. I wouldn't take that seriously. I wouldn't
I
care.
would. And I would have
She
been like,
probably
move the
saw that and
cameras
was
in
like,
Zoom.
"Oh well, that's what they do." As long as you ain't in the bathroom stall and you ain't smashing nobody, I wouldn't care what you do. You having a good time, as long as he's being respectable. I think okay, you slapping a little ass or whatever. Okay,
He was a little too happy.
so
He was a
what?
little,
You want your man to
he
go
was
there with a
way
sour puss face?
sweetie. If he was sweetie situation, he was too happy seeing them big old blue tees. And she is a pancake. He was too happy. He was like, oh, this is what I don't get at home. No, you were a little the other men were kind of cool. Like, all right, we're on camera. I got to sparkle. He was a little too happy. If you want to do that, you got to be like, look, let's do a bachelor party for the cameras and let's have the real bachelor party off camera. He did too much.
Mm-hmm.
That's my opinion. You were a little too happy. Too happy. There's a way when you're at the strip club where you look like you're second to prize. Like you look like this, I don't get this at home and I'm going crazy. Just
I
calm
just think
down
that's
like you've never
men.
been around a naked woman. Like you've never seen a naked woman. We just came out of jail. Like calm down. He was a little too extra. Calm
No, but that's
down.
how, listen, this is your last day of being a single man. So you are gonna be, you're gonna get twisted, you're gonna be drunk or whatever, and you're gonna do things that you normally don't not do, but say and just get a little wild and crazy. I will forgive that. As long as he's not, like I said, as long as he's not going to third base, then I wouldn't mind. Due process said Toya was wrong if she knew she was going to leave anyway.
Who was gonna leave anyway? Quad. Toya was wrong. I think Toya was right. You mean for kicking Quad out? She was right.
Yeah, she was right. And then due process says, I can't with the ass on his bald head.
Too much. Too much. I would not like seeing that, especially on camera, and I had to see it. Nah. Because even worse, how she had a bunch of good-looking men that had looked not like Dr. G, and she was not out of control. He was doing too
But that's
much.
what men do. But I don't what's doing
Too
too
much.
much? Like what's gonna happen? What could possibly happen? She gonna get pregnant? Like what she gonna get
To
somebody
me,
pregnant?
he looked too happy. He looked too happy, meaning letting me know you don't get this at home. And you just so happy you getting it now because you don't
No,
have that at
it's a
home.
celebration. Like, no, it's a celebration. It's just like if it's
Nah.
his birthday and they get strippers. I don't care if there's ass on his face, whatever. As long as he ain't eating it out and he ain't in the
You
bathroom
don't know
stall.
if it's in his face. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know when it's on his face, what he's doing. He could be doing that real quick. And
In that
nobody
quick
knows.
moment.
It was just too much. Too much.
Okay, I don't know. To me, that
I
I don't think
mean,
that was a juicy scene. That was
to
regular to me.
me, okay, comment below, ladies. The way Dr. Chu was acting, that was your soon to be husband acting like that at a bachelor party that was being filmed for everyone to see way too much. And I had to sit down and watch it. Nah. He looked like he. I felt that way. The other men there felt the same way. Like, okay, calm down. It was like thirst bucket. Like to
Well,
me,
they
I felt like
wasn't. They weren't. They're not the ones getting married. Like it's not their celebration. So of course they're gonna be. You know, they can't. They like 10, 15 years in with these with they old ladies. So yeah, of course they're gonna be all laid back. This is his celebration. It's his day. So yeah, wild out.
no. Well, okay, well, she gonna marry him, but I doubt she saw it and was like, oh, okay,
That's not
I
grounds for
deserve it.
getting like not going forward with the wedding. You think that's grounds to not go forward with your wedding?
I would go, but I'd be upset. That's me. I would be upset. Maybe a couple of, I don't know, couple of days. And I'm probably like, I want another bachelorette party so I can go wild. Especially the thing is, if, as a woman, let's say you have a bachelorette party and there's a stripper, you might be like, let me contain myself. Let me not do too much because it's gonna be filmed. I want my husband to feel the type of way. Like Dr. Heaven, when she walked in, she's like, oh, I'm married. Even if it's my bachelorette party, I know there's certain things I'm not gonna correct. I'm not gonna have the man's crotches sniffing and doing. There's certain things I'm not gonna let happen because one is on cam, it's being filmed. Two, I know my soon to be husband's gonna see it. He didn't give a damn. Talk about if I drop my pants down, I'm not gonna pull it up. It was just too much for me. To me, I
It's
don't know.
all just words. I don't go by words. I go by actions. To me, I didn't think he did anything. He wasn't eating nobody out. He wasn't in the bathroom getting his meat sucked or whatever. Like so,
I
to me,
don't know. I would question it if I was him.
you know, this always gets back. Like if it comes back to like he was in the bathroom stall with strippers and stuff like that, and he was in like what they call it, the boom boom room or something, then I would question it. If nothing came up and he's just having like some good old fun, he gets a pass for that.
I think for Sweetie, unless she's very confident, this is what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at it from my standpoint. My thing is, if there's so much talk about having a pancake ass and they make body shaming her, you're seeing the so-called what Atlanta women are. And he seemed to me, his eyes were so lit up and so happy. Like, oh my God. That was how I felt. If you have a woman you feel has some of those attributes or some of those assets, yeah, you could just chill, be like, you know what, my wife got a big butt. My wife look good too. He was over the top. Let me
Listen,
know
even
that
if you
you
have
don't
a
have none
big
of that
old
at
butt,
home.
even if you have a big old butt, whatever you have, these men are still gonna be
True, that's true.
desiring more big butts.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, but to me, it was inappropriate. But due process says this dude, oh my God, the writing so small. That dude was too drunk. So, he didn't shower before he got in the bed with Lateasha. Who? She was smelling some ass in the bed. How you know he didn't shower? They show that scene? What the heck?
No, she's saying like after the fact, like after everybody went home that night, she's saying he was too drunk. So if you drunk, you go right into the
Too
bed.
much. And to me, it's disrespectful. If I have a man that goes to a strip club, there are certain things you don't let a woman do at the strip club. Don't have her butt in your face. Don't have a private intimate. That is, to me, disrespectful. To me,
Listen, this is bachelor. I wouldn't care.
disrespectful. It's
Joanne Brennan
disrespectful.
said, I wouldn't mind either, as long as my future husband doesn't take it to another level in another room being intimate with a stripper. Exactly.
Mm-mm. And well,
I don't care if he's smelling like ass,
with my
if it was in his face. Listen, he's drunk. It was in his face. He's having a good time. Like I said, as long as he don't come home, he don't got some lipstick stains on his pant zipper or something like that, then I would have a problem. Otherwise, have fun. This is your last night being a bachelor. Have a good time. And, that's it. Come home and we're going to get married and live happily ever after.
Maybe we think about them strippers. So on his wedding night. So comment below. Do you think Dr. G was doing too much with the strippers, or is that appropriate for a bachelor party? But overall, this was what it was for these 3 episodes. Nothing else really going on.
Yeah,
Anything else?
what about the
Anything
kids
else?
scene when they was explaining the sex and stuff? I know you be liking the kids scenes with the boys and
I
stuff
know.
like that.
I remember you when I saw it. I thought about it. That's why I didn't mention it. I mean, that's what they should be doing: educating their boys on sex. Nothing worth us really talking about it. Good, they're educating them from an early age. I didn't think much of it. I think one thing I'd say, Eugene looked great. He lost a lot of weight. He looks really good.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, that scene they could have left out. No
And
one
what
really
do you
cared about that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was like, are they trying to give her more of a storyline? Like, who cares about her explaining sex to her kids? Like, I don't care.
Exactly. Nothing else. So that was basically it for
But what do
those
you think
episodes.
about when
Oh,
when they were at the bachelor party, not the bachelor, where were they at? And Sweet Tea got up and then she had the tag on her dress.
Very embarrassing. I would have died if I was her. I'm like, people still do that? Like wearing the tag. I mean, girl, take the tag off. They'll probably take you without the tag.
But I don't know. I forgot. There's times I forgot to take the tag. Like I didn't have intentions on returning it. Like I don't know why people would assume like I'm going to return it because there's a tag that was left on my dress. Like maybe I just didn't. And the tag was right. Like who has a tag in the middle of a dress at the like in the mid part of a dress? The tag is usually like at the top of like of a dress or a shirt. It was like at the middle.
What I thought. I said, did she accident? I don't see her doing that. To be honest, where she's wearing a dress and returning it, I don't know. I mean, she's been married to Dr. G. It was embarrassing, but the way she reacted to it kind of let me think, well, maybe she was planning on returning it. Because it kind of like her
you know they was like assuming. Yeah, she probably thought like what they were assuming, and she probably felt already like on a defensive side, like she had to defend it because they was probably already gonna think that.
Correct, but I think her reaction was like, "Oh, I didn't notice there was a tag." Like it wasn't a shocker to her. If I didn't know my dress had a tag and I'm walking around, somebody sees it, I'm like, "Oh my, I didn't know I had my tag." Like her reaction was kind of like, "Oh, let me just hide it." Like she didn't react surprised that the tag was hanging out.
They didn't rip it off. Like nobody ripped it off. She stuck it back in. Nobody ripped it off. I can't remember.
I would have been surprised and mortified if I was out with a bunch of friends anywhere and I had a tag on anything, a bag or a hat, whatever. And it was showing, somebody pointed out, I would have been shocked. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh my God. Oh, God. You better not think I'm returning. I would have been surprised and embarrassed. She looked like, oh shoot, let me just put it back and let's just change the topic.
I know. If she put it back, like you said, she just stuck it right back in, then to me, that means that she was returning. Because why wouldn't you just, if somebody caught me with the tag, I would just be like, oh shoot. And I would have ripped it off, threw it away, and that would be the end of it. I wouldn't even think nothing of it.
And I would have been kind of embarrassed by it. She looked like, okay,
I wouldn't be embarrassed. I would not be embarrassed.
I would. What?
Embarrassed because you might be returning it.
And I would be embarrassed that they think I wouldn't be returning it.
I wouldn't care what they think. I would rip it right off. If I'm ripping it off, then what y'all gonna think? Like, but if I'm sticking it back in, like, oh shoot, I stick it back in the shirt. Please.
Yeah, that's a good point. She should just rip this up. Let me take that off then, but then rip it and hold the tag. But the fact that she stuck it back in, let me know she might be returning.
You're returning it. So I guess Dr. G ain't opening up that wallet like she's making a scene.
Yep, and Dupri said because Phaedra rents labels. Yeah, Phaedra does. I've heard rent clothes.
So I don't know why
you still got to pay for it.
Yeah, you still got to pay for it, but it's way cheaper. You can rent it for the day at a fraction of the cost of buying it. But that dress didn't even look like. What was that dress, huh?
I said compared to returning because you get all your money back.
Exactly, you don't got to. It's free. But that dress didn't look like nothing.
Then I return, huh?
That dress didn't look like nothing for it to be like, I'm gonna go to the store and return it. Like that dress was a regular dress that you could probably find in like Macy's.
Yeah, it wasn't no big name. I mean, I don't know if it was big name, but it didn't look like something that could be like, okay, I see why she's gonna return it. But that was it. I mean, anything else?
No, okay, no. You're missing some things. Do you think Quad had a relationship with Dr. G? No, not Quad. I'm sorry. Do you think Phaedra had a previous relationship with Dr. G?
No. I don't think so. The way Phaedra is, I don't see no chemistry. I don't think there was nothing. I think he probably tried to talk to Phaedra. She was.
I think it was something though. I don't know. I think she might have went on a date with him because she's friends with him for so many years. Like, I mean, not that means anything, but to me, when they asked her, and Quad said, I think Heavenly said, Quad said they used to date. That Dr. G told her they used to date, and Phaedra lies. She's a known liar to make herself look good.
I don't think it went further than that. I don't think they were intimate or anything. I don't think so.
I don't think they were intimate, but I do think they started out dating. I think Dr. G did try to pursue her, and that's how they became friends.
And she probably was like, but I don't think it was anything worth, being jealous over.
Mm-hmm.
or thinking they were in a relationship or she loved him once. And it was like, maybe it didn't work out. She didn't like his flow style. And he probably wanted to just big up himself. Like, yeah, I used to be with Phaedra. Like just
Mm-hmm.
to act like he was with that type of caliber of a woman, which probably was.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything else with me now.
Yeah. And that's all.
Anything
That's
else?
my little
So that's it for Married to Medicine season 10, episode 1, 2, and 3. So please continue to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment below, let us know what you think of this episode. Was Dr. G acting a little bit too much? Was he a regular man at a bachelor party? Was Toya right for kicking Quad out, or Quad should have stayed? Let us know what you think of those 3
and
episodes.
would you move into
Oh yeah.
your fiance's home if his ex-wife used to reside there? Would you move into the
And
home?
make sure it's a mansion, not in an apartment. Mhm. Would you move in? Right? So we'll see you next time.
And join us. We're about to go live to do Beverly Hills
Oh yeah.
Housewives. So
Yeah.
join us right now. Don't go nowhere. And thank you again for watching, guys.
Thank you.
Toodles.